Buongiorno, benvenuti alla prima giornata dello Short Film Festival di Ca' Foscari. Oggi siamo con Francesco Rosso, un animatore presentato ospite del nostro festival. Io sono Luigi.
Io mi chiamo Tommaso e oggi faremo qualche domanda a Francesco in inglese. What was the inspiration that brought you into the world of animation? And during your production, have you had some references that you
I think I don't have any inspiration for my work. I think it came spontaneously because I was working under the camera for 2 years with the oil on glass technique, and I needed to do something very physical and very quick. So I did a film in 3 weeks, and it came out organically. I just went to collect some old lenses that are used for photo enlargement. So in Tallinn, in Estonia, there used to be these shops where you could find very cheap equipment. Now everything is very expensive, but back then you could find a lot of materials that were from Soviet times. And I started to place them under the multiplane on many layers of glass. So I broke the lens of the camera on purpose to be able to focus very strange way into the layers. So I did this film with objects moving in the space, and it was a collaboration with a composer friend of mine who is an artist, and she's also a composer, and she made a classical music piece with a quartet of instruments. And this film is based on one segment of the composition.
Thank you very much.
About FOK NABO DISTORI, if I pronounce it correctly.
Yeah, it's an anagram. It's an anagram of the actual title of the composition.
Okay.
So I replaced the order of the letters.
Proposed now at the Short Festival was one of your first works. After 11 years of experimentation, how do you look at this short film now?
I'm very happy about it because it came out very spontaneously, as I said. And especially when you're a student, you have the impulse and the freedom to experiment a lot with the materials. And when you become a bit older, you have a lot of impositions from the market if you work in the industry. I don't fully work in the industry. I try to keep myself away, so I still have the freedom to try things. But when you make a work in a school, you can do anything you like. When you make a work professionally after the school, you will have a lot of problems with the producers, with the funds. And they don't always let you do what you want. So this film for me is like a little bit of a good memory of me working in the studio alone and do whatever comes to my mind without having to tell anyone what I'm doing, which is what I hope all the students will remember to do. Because many students want to work very professionally from the beginning, and they forgot to experiment. And if you look in the world of cinema, the best films are made by people who has experimented as students. If you look at Lynch, he did a lot of weird animations, he did a lot of strange short films, and then he became like a Hollywood director, for example, but he is still an artist. He is not a Hollywood director who does banal Hollywood films, but you can feel his touch. And it's the same also with people who does advertisement for fashion or for jewelry, or for cars. There are very good advertisements for cars because they're made by artists, or for fashion. So the people who work in this high fashion, or like these businesses where there is a lot of money involved, they know the quality of art, they have good taste, so they commission good works. and that these good works come from people who could try out things. So I think it's a good thing to do as a student in general. Whether you succeed or not, it doesn't matter.
And for the last question, we wanted to ask about your work at the Estonian Academy of Arts, and what is your role there, and how do you engage with the next generation of artists and animators?
Yes, so I studied myself in the Estonian Academy of Arts for 2 years. I graduated long time ago, and I did a few workshops together with them, and last year I had a possibility to give a lecture about landscapes and mindscapes. So how to create backgrounds for animation, because many animators, they work with characters a lot, and they don't work with backgrounds. And sometimes when you shoot a background and you put a specific sound, you're already describing a scene without even animating the character. So if I show a wall of Venice and there is a shadow moving on it and there is the sound of a boat, then we understand already that, okay, maybe we are in Venice. There is a boat sound, there is a wall, there is a shadow, and you don't need to animate anyone walking on the street or whatever, or even the boat itself. So it's important to work with the landscape. I mean, this is my personal approach. And in the academy, I am right now the studio manager. It means that I'm the person who is responsible to work with all the students which are making a film. So I'm helping them with the sets, I'm helping them with the lighting, I'm helping them with making them building their film, basically, like figure out what they need to do in order to make a film and graduate. So it's challenging work, but it's very interesting because the students are working with their ideas, and they are young and they are artists. So it's nice to work with artists, and they experiment, and it's very fascinating to see. And I try to see myself when I was in their age, and I was doing the same thing. So it's nice to have the chance to try and to work with your ideas. So this is what I'm doing there at the moment.
Thank you very much.
And we have a master program and a bachelor. Bachelor is for Estonian speakers, but master is for international. So whoever wants to apply and come to study there, it's a great place to learn different techniques and live in the north. Tallinn is a beautiful city. It's like a cold country, so it's very enjoyable to go to nature and to live this different kind of environment where you are more focused in studying and working rather than hanging around, because the weather is harsh most of the year. Then in summer is like a heaven, but summer is very short. So it's a good place to study, to work, to think, and it's very accessible. I mean, it's nice to use libraries. It's nice to. It's like quite a functioning place to do research. So feel free to join.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.